G'day, I'm Kevin. I've retired from work here in Australia
and am living the dream in Thailand. Travelling, relaxing, exploring and learning. Based here in Chiang Mai, the adventure continues. This is 52 weeks.
Good morning. I'm enjoying breakfast on the balcony this morning, and it's a bright, sunshiny day. So I'm planning today to get to the ordinary 500 baht day video that I was planning on doing when the floods hit. So today the water levels are much lower, so hopefully nothing dramatic like that will happen. So for those of you who don't know what I do on these videos, is I give you a look at my budget. So basically I've figured out that on average I would spend about 500 baht a day. So my normal method of operating is I go out with 500 baht in my wallet and a little bit more in case of emergencies, and you know, I just go through the day spending what I need to spend, and generally it works out to be below 500 baht. Now at this point in these videos I would normally be doing some calculations about what it cost me to make my breakfast, which is overnight oats is my normal breakfast, and iced coconut green tea. So I'd normally be doing a calculation of what it cost me to make that particular breakfast and putting it up on the screen so that you know what that's cost me. But I'm not going to do that today because, as it turns out, I've actually run out of all of the ingredients to make my breakfast. So part of today is going to be going to get those ingredients. So you'll actually get a look at how my 500 baht day normally works. So let's get out and about. I'm just going to finish my breakfast and see how the day goes.
Well, I am on the road. Got a few things to do today. Pick up some breakfast supplies and a couple of other things. It's been unusual for all of my breakfast supplies to run out at once. It's normally one or the other. But yes, perfect storm I guess. So I have to head in and pick up some supplies. First stop is the Big C supermarket in Pantip Plaza. Probably have some morning tea while we're there. It's a beautiful day. Sun is shining brightly. Only fluffy clouds in the sky. So looks like we're heading into the really nice seasons in Chiang Mai. November, December, January, which coincidentally are the high seasons. Whilst Europe is covered in snow, or bits of it anyway. Yeah, so the plan for any given day for me is if I go out and spend, well, I have 500 baht with me, Now I have more with me if I need it, because it's not that exact a science and I'm not on a strict budget. 500 baht is just an average of what I'd spend on a day here in Chiang Mai. If you're interested, I did some costings of how much it costs for me to live in Thailand. Sorry, just dodging a scooter. Yeah, so I broke it down into annual setup costs, monthly expenses, and I did a week of daily expenses just to average out what it would cost per day. There's a little bit over 500 baht in that experiment. If you're interested in it, I will put a link on the screen somewhere that will take you to that playlist. I do have some thoughts that I might update it for 2025 so that it's more current figures, but that's what I've got at the moment. If you're looking at this after about the middle of 2025, if you go to my page, you might be able to find a playlist which is more up to date figures in it. Yeah, so it's not a hardship for me. I get to do the things I want to do and see the things I want to see. I do have plenty of money to live, but 500 average is what works for me. And it does enable me to do things like, you know, go and live in a hotel if there's a flood or something, and to travel or too, of course. So anyway, our first stop today will be Pantip Plaza. And here I am at Pantip Plaza. I did get to Big C and I grabbed a soda water, citrus raspberry soda water, and a couple of cupcakes for morning tea, which I'm enjoying up on the second level in the food court area. But unfortunately, they didn't have the rolled oats that I actually came here for. So after morning tea, we'll do a trip across the river and see if they have them at Rimping. Alright, over the river on the iron bridge to the Rimping supermarket, and hopefully they'll have what I'm after. And back over the river on the Nero bridge, heading up Tape Road up to nearly up to the Tape Gate to get some tea from one of the monsoon tea shops, which is probably a little more expensive than other teas. Not much, but a little bit more. But I really like it, and has a really good philosophy too, where they're working with farmers in the hills to protect the environment. So that's a good thing. Now, I am doing a fair bit of walking today, which I do quite a lot because I enjoy walking. If I was doing this in tuk-tuks, then it would be costing me considerably more. But I do like a walk and having a look around. Well, that's the second part of today's mission complete. Got myself a 50-gram bag of coconut green tea. Sawadee-krap. Yeah, 50 grams, so that will tide me over for a little while. And that is all the basic ingredients for my breakfast. Got the oats. We'll need to get some fruit and some flavoured milk to do the overnight oats, but we can do that later today. I'm on my way back to the house now. I actually lucked out at Monsoon Tea. I got not only did I get the tea I wanted, but I got a free sample glass of tropical white, which is really nice. So Monsoon Tea has shops all over the city. The original one is out near the next bridge along the Ping River. That's a great spot to just sit and relax for a while too. So anyhow, as I say, I'm heading back towards the house. I don't actually know what this road's called, but I do walk along it quite often. And it is getting a bit like lunchtime. It might be a late lunch, but I'm starting to feel a bit hungry. And there's a little local hamburger place along here. So if they're open, I might have a hamburger for lunch. Well, that is the place, but unfortunately they weren't there. Too bad. Having a couple of days off because apparently they had a friend from Bangkok visiting, according to the lady I was talking to. Had I been here tomorrow, they would have been open. So, a bit closer to home, one of my favourite places. Well, that was very satisfying. Always a nice meal there and good value. So I am there quite a lot, probably at least once, maybe twice a week. Yeah, good food. Now I'm heading back to my motel, but I'm going to do a little bit of business in my local community first. I have some laundry to pick up and I need to get some fruit and some milk for breakfast. That's all I can think of at the moment, but we'll see. Over the river for the 4th time today, and possibly the last. I say possibly because you never know, but I think probably the last. I dropped off some laundry yesterday, which means today I pick it up and I pay for it. I am going to cruise through the market on the way back to see if I can find some fruit. And to the 7-Eleven to pick up some milk and some soy milk, and then home. Okay, I am home and I'm going to have a bit of a lounge before I do anything else. Okay, now that we have all of the ingredients, the prep for breakfast is really quite easy. Basically, you just chop up the fruit, add as much as you think you need in terms of rolled oats, and you top it up with as much of a liquid as you think you need. In my case, I'm using chocolate soy milk. And then the lid goes on and off it goes to the fridge, ready for breakfast in the morning. Similarly, making the iced coconut tea for breakfast is fairly simple. Just pop the tea in the pot. Add some boiled water. And let that brew for a little while. Then take the tea leaves out and let it cool for a little while before you whack it in the fridge, and it's ready for breakfast. And we have a little bit of fruit and chocolate milk left over for a snack. Okay, it's dinner time, and I'm just foraging. I'm not sure what I'm going to have, but I'll just grab something locally. I'll either take it home or eat out. The pad thai lady looks like she's open. I might have some pad thai, assuming there's a table available. And I picked up some snacks from 7-Eleven on the way home too, just to round the day out. So that's just an ordinary 500 baht day in which I spent 621 baht. So I didn't stay under 500, and I must admit I am not surprised. It was a fairly unusual day. Some days are bigger than others. The Thursday night spending is generally more than 500 because I go and have a night at the Can-Do bar. But yeah, there was just a lot of things that happened at the same time, so I grabbed what I needed to get, and it wasn't a hassle because I had the money to do it. So I'm not living on the edge of poverty saying if I spend more than 500 it's terrible. I just spend what I need, and it all rounds out in the end generally. So tomorrow I think I'm going to take you on another ordinary 500 baht day and see if it balances out. But you'll be seeing that next week, and I will catch you then. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate the company. If you made it all the way to the end here but aren't a subscriber, you might like to consider subscribing by clicking here. Or if you'd just like to see something else that I've made, click here for something I think you'd like. And if you're feeling like a real binge, click here and it will take you to one of my playlists. Hope to see you on the journey again soon.